Well, hello there, everyone. It is our 5-year anniversary today. Woohoo! Wait, I'm bringing Lori in. She said she had musical instruments to share.
5 years!
5 years! Woo! Hear ye, hear ye! I wore my fancy ribbon just to celebrate, just for you guys. 5 years, friends. That is amazing. Congratulations to us. That is really, really remarkable. Just in case we haven't met yet, if this is the first time meeting me, you've come on a great day. My name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! We do this every Thursday and have been doing it every Thursday for 5 years, which is remarkable. Everyone, please give a huge thank you to Lori, our resident musician, and more importantly, our gatekeeper. She is the best. We love her, and we cannot do any of this without her. So thank you so much to Kathy says, look, is our fearless leader. Yes. See. All right. Let me give some hellos because I'm always so excited to see all your beautiful faces. Lori did such a good job. She has everything like starred. There's a comment here. I don't know who this is, sadly. So just wondering what dangly earrings will be today to celebrate 5 years. It's these. These are my Italian earrings right here. These are the earrings that are featured today for our 5-year anniversary. That's a good question. Thank you so much. You knew I'd wear some dangly earrings. Come on. You guys know me. Hello, Connie Peterson and Kathy, and Gemma is here. She was saying we need chocolates to celebrate, and I am all for that. Yes, please. Yeah. Hello, Donna Cunningham and Ernie. Ernie is on from Kentucky. That's a good place to be, Ernie DeVries. I like that. Did I say Rhonda? Rhonda's on. Yeah. Rhonda says, wow, 5 years. It's a lot. It went by fast, didn't it? I don't know how that happened. 5 years. Hello, Deb and Christy Lofton. And let's see here. Carrie is on. Hello, Carrie. And Lady Jane Gray. Okay, darling, I had your name. So like 2 weeks ago, I had it in my head. Will you remind me, please? See, that's what happens when I'm gone for a week, friends. I'm like, wait, what are all your names? Hello, Jennifer Fowler. And Maureen McQuethy is here. I love this. Oh, Ernie's jumping into the fun. Don't forget to smash the like button. That sounds fun. Let's all smash the like button. Thank you, Ernie, darling. That's awesome. Carrie has her glass of wine and chocolate for celebration. I want to be with Carrie when she parties, if she's doing wine and chocolate, because hello, Carolyn. Carolyn's on from Albuquerque. We love that. And Guylaine is here, and Tamison. Look at all our beautiful people. Sherry is here. Oh, sweet. Sherry says, congratulations on 5 years of keeping us entertained. Yes, Sherry. That is my mission in life, to educate and entertain, or maybe not even that order. But yeah. Let's see. 5 years of inspiration in the archives. Yes, there's a lot. That is for sure. Hello, Sue Ann Sullivan, and Alex Madison is on. Brittany, that's right, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. See, I had it 2 weeks ago, and then it just like my brain, just total brain fart. Thank you so much, Brittany. Okay, friends. So I am so excited about today. Oh, hello, Crispy. Look at that. Ruth is here. Woohoo! Ruth is warping a rigid heddle for a local demo. Oh, that sounds like fun. Excellent. Carrie asked, what are they up to for my birthday? My birthday was last week. And do you know what? I went up to see my friend Stephanie. Stephanie lives just south of Traverse City, Michigan. And she lives on like 50 plus acres. And we just like tooled around and sat on the porch and ate good food. And it was lovely. It was very low key, which is pretty much the way I like it. I've had a couple big birthdays in my life, but like big birthday celebrations. But as I get older, I find that I would rather have a lot of little celebrations over about the course of 3 weeks. That's really what I like. I am that friend. People who I meet people that are like, oh, I don't like celebrating my birthday. I'm like, Nope. We're gonna bring in the horns. We're gonna bring in the cake, because any excuse. We should all celebrate the fact that we are alive. That's a very, very good thing. So thank you for asking about my birthday. It was very fun. Yeah, last week was very nice. I had a week to just kind of decompress, and it was very lovely. But of course, I missed you horribly. Thursday came around. I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing a limb. I'm missing all my live at the Loom people. So I thought, friends, that I would start off the day, since it is our 5-year anniversary special, I would start off with a little trip down memory lane. So settle in, kids, and Chris is going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was this weaver who had just started making some online videos in February of 2020. And Facebook Lives were all the rage back then. We're just kind of getting into COVID, and the world looks very different. So I was like, you know what? I'm stuck at home, not going anywhere. I can try to push the button and go live. So I think it was this day, July 31st. I know it was the very end of July. Pretty sure it was the 31st. I pushed the button, and I had told people I was going to do it ahead of time, and I had friends show up, whatever. And first of all, I had the camera turned wrong. I had it turned vertically, because didn't know. And as I came on, people were like, "Hi, your camera's turned wrong." So I'm like, "Okay, let me start again." So I went off, and I came back on with the camera turned correctly, and I muddled through about a half hour, and it was rough. Friends, it was rough. Because, when you do something for the first time, you're like, I don't know what I don't know. You know that feeling? So the thing that struck me is that there was no one to, people make some comments, which was lovely, but there's no one talking back to me. So I just had to keep talking. I'm like, oh, the whole dead air thing. See, it didn't really occur to me. So believe me when I say it took me a while to get used to the whole, you need to keep talking. That was the trickiest part. So Lori, were you nervous the first time? Always. Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a music performance degree. In college, I was a flute performance major. So I am less nervous than others might be being in front of people live or on screen, but still nervous. Of course I get nervous. Absolutely. Because you're like, what if I look silly? What if I say something stupid? What I've learned after 5 years, friends, is that actually makes for better television if you look silly and say something stupid. That's what I've learned. So I am much calmer when I start things now. I would guess if you were to, check my pulse as I hit the go live, it's not raised too much because you just get used to it. And here's what's been amazing is that you guys have come into my life and made this whole thing much easier because I expect you to carry the weight of the show. I mean, don't get me wrong. I always have kind of a little list of things that I want to go through, but your feedback, your comments are delightful, and that always really makes the show. So back to our timeline. So this is the end of July 2020, and I had seen somewhere this advice that said that even if no one is there, you should carry on, say what you want to say, entertain, educate, whatever. And then keep it as, because some people watch it as a recording. So when I say that I had multiple times when no one was there, that is the God's honest truth. There were multiple Thursdays when no one was there. I would watch they would say like how many people are on there, and it'd be like 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. I'd be like, oh, okay. But I carried on, and about 2020, I decided to try this thing called StreamYard, which allowed me to broadcast on both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And that became a game changer because then I could bring in my YouTube community and we could all hang out together, which I have loved that. So Lori and I were talking about this behind the scenes in the green room, if you will. And I asked her, I was like, how long ago did I bring her in? And we're thinking about a year and a half. But if you guys weren't here for this, here is the story. So thank you. Gemma's so sweet. She says one of the best decisions I ever made. Thank you, darling. That's so nice. You guys are the best. So here's what happened. So I am doing my typical Thursday, just humming along, doing my stuff. And Lori can correct me, but I think there was 1 or 2 that came at the same time. And the handle said like cute Korean boy. Now, you know that is not someone who is here to learn about weaving. You just know that. That is not. No, I think there was another one too. They may have been both like Korean related. Anyways, these two names come in and they're like, "Hi, where's everybody from?" Total like trolling. Like they're up to no good. And I didn't know what to do. Like I had been lucky. I hadn't had to deal with that in the past. So my face, as you guys know, I have zero poker face, zero. So of course my face is like, huh? I'm just like, what is happening? And I'm sure the people on Facebook, because they couldn't see the trolls were just on YouTube. They were like, why is Chris being weird? So thankfully I was towards the end. So I kind of awkwardly finished up quickly because I'm like, I don't want this to get out of control. Yeah, crazy. So like a day later, I get this email from Lori, and Lori's like, "Now, Chris, I know you saw the trolls. I saw the trolls. I know you saw the trolls. They were up to no good, and people do not mess with my live at the Loom. So if you need someone to monitor the comments, I am your girl." And I was like, "Lori, I will take it." And Lori has been an integral part of the experience ever since. We cannot thank her enough for being the amazing gatekeeper and watcher that she is. She's awesome. So somewhere in that timeline as well, I learned that my hot tea does not stay hot for the 40 minutes that I am chatting with you beautiful people. So the fabulous Alex Madison, who is on today, was like, you know what, Chris needs a mug warmer. So I have the famous Alex Madison sponsored mug warmer in action today because it has also become such an important part of the live Loom experience. Chris says people do not mess with my Chris. Right, thank you. That's so nice. That's so nice. So that brings us to today, 5 years later. And I just wanted to first of all ask you a couple questions. And then we'll kind of share 5 years. 5 years has been crazy. So this week I had asked you guys what is something that you've learned or enjoyed from Live at the Loom. And almost all the comments were about the community, which I could not agree more. The community that's on Live at the Loom you guys are the best. I mean, it's amazing. I learned something I don't know about you, but I learned something every Thursday. It has been the best like live action class ever. Because I never know what you're going to say. That is the joy and the fun and the spontaneity of Live at the Loom. I never know what you're going to say. Honestly, I never know what I'm going to say either, but I never know what you're going to say. And there's always a moment when I can't pronounce something, which is, good bloopers. As Ghislaine says, I absolutely love bloopers in any form. Yes, plenty of those. Plenty of those. Oh, thank you, sweet Shirley. She says, happy anniversary. That's so nice. Carol made it too. Yay. So yes. So for me, I absolutely could not agree more is that the community, you guys are the best. And I find that, we've talked about this. Weavers are we pretty much work by ourselves, right? Not that we intend to, but you just can't travel with a loom very well, not gracefully, right? So I find that having a place to go where there's other weavers, there's other weirdos like us that get it, that understand why there isn't a dining room table and there's a loom there instead, that understand, yes, I need more yarn, that understand all of the things that us crazy weavers, that is all good. And I cannot thank you enough for your just the fact that you show up every Thursday and share time with me. And with each other. It's amazing. See, Gemma, she's number one. I love throwing some weaving terminology at Chris. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Lori says, I have no idea how Chris did this alone, monitoring and answering questions. Well, when there's only like 3 people showing up, Lori, it was fine. It was fine. Brittany says, we know when something has a dent, it isn't bad. Yes, exactly. See, we've learned so much. Thank you, Christy. She's a safe place to ask basic questions about weaving or yarns or not feeling judged. Absolutely. That's exactly right. So that brings us to today. This is our little 5-year timeline that we ended up here, 2025. And hopefully we have many many, many more years of doing this. I am excited to see what the future brings for us. So let me ask you this. Are there things you would like to see, say, in the next 5 years of Live at the Loom? What kind of things would help from your end? Let me know in the comments. I've been chewing on that, and I love the format, but I think that I always love when we have guests on too. So maybe a few more guests. What do you think? Hmm. Did you see this, Lori? Oh, she's getting it. Wait. She's getting the musical instruments. Hold, please. She's coming on. She's prepared. See? Okay, wait. All right, here we go. Everyone, to celebrate, here is the fabulous Lori. Oh, you're muted, honey. You're muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. No. Oh. Lori, you're muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, darling. See, this is why you show up for Live at the Loom, because we never know. Nope. Other way. Yeah. Nope. Other way. Other way. Yes, that one. That one right there.
Oh, there I am. Hi, guys.
Yes.
Here we go.
Right. Take 3.
Bad music.
Right. Take 3.
Happy 5th year anniversary. Love you guys.
That's fantastic. Yes. Ruth says the mute was even better. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are here for it. We are, Yeah. Liz says, love the guests and studio tours. I know they're very fun, aren't they? Let me grab my tea that is the perfect temperature because of my Alex Madison sponsored mug warmer. Boy, I end up with lipstick on both sides. That takes talent. So, Keelan says, Lori, thank you for that. I know that was delightful. It is the enthusiasm with which she approaches her instrument that's amazing. I love it. How fun is that? All right, friends, let's talk about what's happening. I'm sure I'll sprinkle in other 5-year things as we go through our time together today. But how was your week? What are you working on? It's been 2 weeks, so I feel very out of the loop. So tell me what is happening on your loom and in your corner of the world. I am ready. Lay it on me. Oh, yes, perfect. Perfect temperature. Thank you, Alex. Ooh, there we go. We'll have to bring Dad in sometime for sure. Okay, between you and me, he would absolutely love that. He would love that. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Sam just popped in. Hello, Sam. Lori says, love you guys. I'm willing to make a total fool out of myself for Live at the Loom. Yay! That is, we encourage people to make total fools of themselves. I do it every Thursday, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, Connie says, I am stitching the closing of one pillow for Ashley's birthday. Aw, that's sweet. I love the idea of pillows. That's awesome. Okay, Ruth has a demo and vendor market on Saturday. Congratulations, Ruth. So I've got a Rigid Heddle, Inkle Loom, and Floor Loom warped and ready for the demo. This is a serious demo, darling. If you have Rigid Heddle, Inkle, and Floor all ready to go, I'm envisioning, do you just kind of flit from one to the next? Do you do like a little round robin, set a timer? I get 10 minutes on this one and then 10 minutes. I love this. We may need pictures, Ruth. That's fantastic. Oh, Sam says silk scarf number 1 finally done and just started scarf number 2. Is the silk getting better, Sam? What's your take? Connie says she has an empty loom. A naked loom. Mm-hmm. I know, it's become such a thing. I love that. It's become an integral part of Live at the Loom. Lori's interlude. Mm-hmm. I live for it, honestly. Yeah. Gillian, I am finishing the dramatic towels. I love that. Dramatic towels. Oh. Made some dishcloths. I will be vending for the second time ever on Saturday. Ooh, Gillian, congratulations. Look at you guys being out in the world, sharing your love of weaving. That's amazing. We're very proud of you. That's awesome. Oh, Shirley doing the Dress Your Loom class. Finished slaying the reed this morning. 5 bright colors. Fantastic. Yes. Friends, we're having so much fun with the Dress Your Loom course. We're in week 2, module 2, which is slaying the reed. And It's a good time. It's such a good group. You guys are amazing. Hello, Kathy Stevens. Still doing Christmas presents and tearing down walls. My daughter is starting to weave. Yay! Kathy, that's awesome. What is your daughter working on? That sounds fantastic. Let's see. Sherry says, don't forget about getting a chance to teach outside your studio. If I hadn't been following you, we wouldn't have known about you for a Midwest Weaving Conference. And we got to meet in person. And now we're friends forever and ever and ever. That's all good. That is all good. Yes, that is a very good point, Sherry. Is it because I show up on your cute little screens every Thursday? I've had some opportunities like that. That's exactly right, Sherry. That's a very good point. Thank you. Christy Lofton, weaving blanket yarn rugs. Weaving blanket yarn rugs. Okay. Remember to send in the art show application on time this year. Score 1. Yay for Christy. Woohoo. Carolyn, still working on split shed weaving from the workshop in June. Carolyn, that sounds awesome. Split shed weaving. I don't think I've ever played with that. See, I learn something new every time. Are you enjoying it, Carolyn? We may need to hear more about split shed weaving. It's yes. Oh, darling Kathy. Kathy had to put down a dog this week. I'm so sorry. Was it this week or last week, Kathy? I'm so sorry. We have all, or many of us have been there. So that is pretty dreadful. I'm sorry, honey. We would give you lots of virtual hugs. That's what we'd like to do right now. Virtual hugs to Kathy. Connie, I am still working on the coverlet. Sigh. I love it when you give me stage direction. Napkins, placemats, rugs, mug rugs have started another wool blanket on August. Nice. Love that. Lori is weaving on not one, but 2 looms. Went to the yearly Weavers Market last week. Fantastic. You recorded a video for us. That's so fun. That is awesome. Jennifer Fowler, I'm working on warping my floor loom. I made a boo-boo and I don't know how it'll affect getting the warp on the loom. That's an interesting point there, Jennifer. Some boo-boos you really got to fix or it's not going to work, but others you can, let it hang out. See how you feel about it. Could be a design element. That's what we say. No, friends, I meant to do that. It shows my creativity and individuality. Just own it. That's, yeah. Carrie, I won't be weaving until September. International traveling plans. Carrie, darling, please tell me you're coming near me again. And if not, that's okay too. I'll be sad, but that's yeah. Liz tried rep weave with mop cotton. Arthritis said nope. So changed to tripled 6-2 for thick and 16-2 for thin. I love it. Ooh, that's a great way to do it, honey. The 16-2, boy, that's like sewing thread, isn't it? That's tiny. 16-2 and 6-2. That'd be a nice size. Just triple it up. Yes, that's a great idea. I'm curious about why the mop cotton was hard for you. I'm very curious. Let's talk later. Hello. This is a plant, right? Monius music. Onius music. Picked up a 15-inch Dorothy, fabulous, and found a Union loom on the way. Wow! Too many projects off the Dorothy and just finished cleaning and setting up the Union yesterday. That's wonderful. Darling, please tell me your name so I'm not butchering your handle there. 2 looms. That's awesome. Life is good. Life is good then. Ruth, it's my first major demo, so I have no idea. Pray for me. Yes. I may just be excitedly rambling about weaving to unsuspecting marketing goers. That's fantastic, Ruth. Do you know what? When I was doing markets, there was a lot of, there's a lot of rambling. You're not alone. And sometimes the rambling was just to me. I was always so grateful that I had a loom with me when I did any kind of market or art fair because the downtime would kill me. I'd be like, no, I need something to do. I got it. Something. So, yes, we have faith, Ruth, that you will read the crowd and be a shining star. Everyone will be like, hey, have you gone to see the waving demo? They will be thrilled. They will be so tickled you're there because typically people like any kind of demo. So you are golden. This is no sweat. Relax, have a good time, and, make some stuff while you're there. You'll have a good time. We cannot wait to hear all about it. We'll be thinking about you for sure. Oh, this is silk. Sam says, once it got going, it works fine, but we'll save silk for weft only moving forward. That seems like sage advice. That is part of what I learned from you guys over the last 5 years is lots and lots of sage advice. Brittany says, had to take a break from weaving a few days ago when my project wasn't working. Oh, may or may not have been crying. Oh, been there. Been there, Brittany. Going back to it when some things come in the mail but needed a break. Amen. There. Ooh, friends, how many times have you had to stop and just walk away? Just be like, okay, you're going to stay in your corner and I'm going to go anywhere else because we are not friends right now. Been there, Brittany. You are not alone. Who has a story to share about a project that was not good? We feel you, darling. Guylaine, I need to get rid of some towels so I can make room to make more. I love that. Guylaine, I'll send you my address. Just I love. Do you know? Okay, funny thing in my kitchen right now, I think there's a towel from definitely one from Sherry. There's a couple from Christy. There's one from I must have towels from, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 different weavers. It's so fun. I love going in there and thinking about all of them when I dry my hands. Ooh, Kathy Stevens, scarves for coworkers. Oh, lovely. They won't know what hit them. That's amazing. That's a big gift for coworkers. I hope you really like them and that they like handmade things, I should say. That's hopefully. Donna, plugging away on the overshot. Spill the tea on the study hall. So curious. Oh, yes. Oh, Donna, look at you just teeing it up. Just a softball. Yes, friends. Okay, so Donna, she's the best. Here's why, you guys, I need you because I will forget to mention these things. Let me put this right here. Okay, so I have been dreaming up another great perk for the Acting Creative Insiders. And here's what I came up with. I'm going to offer a weaving study hall. It'll be for any tier, any of the paid tiers. And it's going to happen twice a month to start. We'll see how it goes over. But you guys remember study hall, right? From high school, study hall. It was a place that for us, we usually had, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour maybe. And it was typically quiet, but that was a designated time for you to work on your stuff, right? So here's what I'm thinking. Ours will be an hour each. And for the most part, it'll be Zoom. You can have your camera on or not. That's totally up to you. And the idea isn't necessarily to have this kind of energy where we're all talking and interacting, whatever. The idea is that we're, for the most part, quiet, just working on our stuff. We're there to kind of work side by side with other people. And it doesn't have to be weaving stuff. It can be fiber, anything like that. But then, of course, if you have a question, you can, of course, ask. I mean, it's not like this is not a, mute, no words allowed. But the idea is to just have a time in your calendar when you know that you'll be working on your project with other weavers. So thank you for bringing that up. It is brand new. I'm going to be doing the official rollout to the public and everyone next week. So you'll see lots more about it. But I let the cat slip out of the bag for the Acting Creative Insiders yesterday. So there'll be much more coming about the Weaving Study Hall. It sounds fun, right? And I was like, I'm going to be weaving anyways. Why not invite everyone to work on something with me? Why not? Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Spill the tea, she says. I love it. Oh, this is the Split Shed. Deborah Silver taught the workshop and has a book. Oh, lovely, Carolyn. I have to check that out. I'm not familiar with what a split shed refers to. That's awesome. Oh, hello, Cindy. We're glad you're here. She says Earl currently has a double width towel and Vernon has napkins. Okay, those might be some of the best names for looms I've ever heard, Earl and Vernon. It kind of makes me think of what was the show where my name's Larry. This is my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. Bob Newhart, the Bob Newhart show, right? Lori, every so often I look down, I see her in the background. She's like, yes, Bob Newhart. Yes, that's Larry and Daryl. Did I get the names right? Yeah. Woo! Oh, Jennifer said, remember earlier she said that she had something go awry with her project, forgot to put in the leaf sticks. Okay. Depends on the project, doesn't it, Jennifer? I bet you're a creative girl. You're a good problem solver, Jennifer Fowler. I bet you can sort that out. Yes, exactly. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes, darling Kathy. Aw, letting go of her pup. Oh, man. Oh, Monius. Oh. Okay, so it's Chris. Oh, I should be able to remember that. Short for harmonious. Oh, see? That's so yeah, I'll remember that. Monius. Harmonious, Chris. I got it. I say I'll remember it, then please forgive me if next time I forget. It's yes. Yeah. Okay, so Ruth, we're very curious about your demo here. She says, listen for questions. Okay, that will help. Are you weaving? Tell them step by step so they sort of understand the process. Connie does a lot of demos, so she is quite the expert. Thank you, Connie. That's very nice advice. Mm-hmm. Gilin, ooh, pardon me. Gilin says, wait, I can do the things. Technology. That's the other thing I've learned. See, I've learned so much in 5 years. I've learned that technology is not always going to cooperate, and I have to keep rolling with it anyways. It's yeah. Mm-hmm. Gilin, I was planning on bringing my Loom for the downtime at the craft show to help with the downtime. Yes, I highly recommend that. It becomes a twofer. I think that first of all, people know nothing about weaving. That's what you start with the premise. People know nothing. Generally, 99 out of 100 people know nothing about weaving. So I would always use the phrase that, like, every day we interact with something that's woven. Your blue jeans are woven, your khakis are woven, your sheets are woven, your towels are woven. Like, that was one of my ways I could, like, bring them into the conversation just so that I could kind of relate it, because people know nothing. They know nothing. So I found that it's better to keep it really as simplistic as possible. Like, I would say things like, when you weave, it's one yarn at a time. Like, that may seem obvious to us, but people don't understand that it is 1 yarn at a time. And they're always like, how long does it take? And for me, I would always say that as quick as I am, it still takes me about 3 hours to set up a table loom. Like, and of course, at that point, they're all, what, 3 hours? Because they're expecting that the whole thing takes 3 hours. I'm like, no. I could do about a yard in 2 hours, weave about a yard in 2 hours, about, in a demonstration setting when people are interrupting and stuff. So you'll get your groove there, Ruth. You'll find the things. Brittany says, I went to a fiber sale last week. Exciting. Everything was $1 an ounce. It was huge. I only stopped because I got too tired. Oh, Brittany, that sounds dangerous with a capital D. Mm-hmm. Yes. I love it. Chris says, just started weaving this year, but have come across a studio of looms. Ooh, fun. Okay, Chris, where are you based out of? A studio of looms sounds awesome. Oh, fixing things too. I love that. Okay. My loom's in the naughty room. I don't want to go look at it. Glad I'm not alone. You are not alone. That is for sure. Connie says the project wasn't good. My bathroom rug. It's ugly and not what I wanted. Took it off and now I'm doing a wool rug. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Marcia. A new to me gallery is showing my work today. And today I work there as part of my obligation. What? Marcia, congratulations. Okay, that is huge. Congratulations. That is amazing. Place showing your work. That's remarkable. You guys are doing so many cool things. Mm-hmm. Carrie says, falling out of love with a particular project. That's why I multi-craft. Gives me the irritation break. Oh, I like that. The irritation break. We've all been there. Yes. Thank you, darling. Lori put up the Action Creative Insiders link. Thank you so much. That's very, very, very helpful. Okay, friends. Let's see. Kathy says, I still have a project on the loom. Have been having issues with yarn. Okay, so I stopped. Guess I am letting it get the best of me. Time to take the reins and get busy. Only if you're ready, darling. That is as we say, there's no weaving police. No one is coming behind you to be like, this is what you should be doing. No, none of that. None of that. Hello, Sky. So this is why I paint, crochet, weave. Like, yeah, do all the things. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you're too close to the project, don't you find? And you're like, okay, I need to give myself a break and then come back to it, and then it'll look better and I'll feel better. Or you use a different yarn, pivot completely, shoot, cut it off if that is the best option, friends. I'm not opposed to that. Mm-hmm. I love this comment. Okay. Brittany says, I used to beat myself over unfinished objects, but giving myself more grace now. Yeah. I think that we're very focused on having an end product. And once you kind of let that go, you're like, what if I just weave? What if I just have fun weaving? Mm-hmm. That could be really fun. Ernie says, my current project is a disaster that wound crooked. Ooh, I couldn't successfully wind back and rewind, so I ended up cutting off part of the width. I left it in timeout in Arizona. Hope we can face it later. Yes, I think that sounds like a good approach there, Ernie, for sure. Okay. Oh, Carrie says, may I suggest that the cameras are focused on the Loom work? I used to attend a group like that, and cameras are only pointed at users, not the work. I got nothing from it. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Carrie. That'd be a good option. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look at this. See, you guys just tee it up for me. Join the Acting Creative community for more help. Yes, friends, right here. Let me put this right here. We have a Facebook group. It's called the Acting Creative Community, and we all hang out and share pictures and give each other support and ask questions and all kinds of amazing things. It is really a wonderful online place to be, especially as a weaver. Answer the questions. I guess 2 questions. Answer the questions to enter the group, and then come on over. That's awesome. Okay. All right, friends, we should weave because that is kind of in the title, right? Live at the Loom. That's we should weave something. Okay, so it's been a couple weeks, and I have changed a few weft yarns. Let me just tell you. Here, I'm going to bring you in to start so you can kind of see what the latest and greatest is. Are you ready? Here we go. All right. So you remember this is the ukulele towel project, right? I don't know if you can see below. I did like a light, like a milk chocolate kind of color. I'm doing this yellow color now. So every time I change colors in the weft, I tweak the pattern just a little bit. So this one, I am doing a little kind of fat stripe, medium stripe, skinny stripe, medium stripe, fat stripe. Like that's kind of the goal here, the idea. And this little, I love this little, it almost looks like kind of like a little braid. This little feature right here, which basically is just, I always call them hiccups. It's just a little hiccup in the plain weave sequence here. So let me kind of show you what that looks like. It's been really fun. I've got, see, Lori's. See, you guys keep me honest. Hit the like button, subscribe for another 5 years. Woohoo! Hope so. Many more years. Okay, so after this yellow, I've got this like pretty pale green that'll go in here. Here's what was so funny is that we had some friends over the weekend, and one of them is a great mixed media artist, and I had that kind of milk chocolate color in the weft, and she's like, "This is too bland. This is too. I don't like this one bit." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And I was like, "Okay, well, I did teal earlier. Does that help?" She's like, "That's better. Thank you." She's like, none of this pussyfooting pastel light brown color. And I was like, "Oh, well, tell me how you really think, Sue." Which is just so funny. I mean, she's, she has serious, she's very passionate about color. So when she saw that, she was like, no, that's not. I was like, okay, well then we'll make sure that you, who doesn't play ukulele, won't get a ukulele towel in that color. Okay, that's easy. That's easy fix, right? Okay, let me show you how this goes. So basically, for the most part, this variation is almost all plain weave, except for that little kind of hiccupy. Is hiccupy a word? Except for that little section, right? Let me turn this a little more this way. See if you can get, yeah, we'll see. But that seems weird now. Okay, all right, okay, here we go. So here's how I do that little hiccup thing. So I have my loom set up so that I have 1 and 3 are tied up on the left, and I have 2 and 4 tied up on the right. So for the most part, I'm just rocking back and forth, 1 and 3, 2 and 4 for a plain weave, right? However, for the little hiccup section, I'm doing 2 shafts together. So, and I played with this, and I had to pick the right 2 shafts because in some cases it made my edges a little weird. like the very outside yarn was exposed for too long. Have you had that happen? Where sometimes you just need to tweak it just a little bit so it catches that yarn on the edge? I'm learning. We're always learning, always learning. Okay, so I've got 1 and 3 lifted. Here we go. Next, I go to 3 and 4. See, here's where when I first started, I went to 1 and 2, and I had challenges. So what do you do then, friends? You pivot. That's what you do. That's what you do when it doesn't look right. Now I go back to 1 and 3. And then rock my feet over to the other side. So this is 2 and 4. And my little 2 together is 1 and 2. You're seeing it, right? Because before this, you saw me doing some basket weave. So you know everything's tied up for 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. That's the plan. Back to, what is this, 2 and 4? 2 and 4, that's the thing. By the way, with this particular variation, I am hardly pulling at all. I'm just kind of tapping it because I don't want this to get too tight. I find that this is just an 8/4 cotton. And if it's really, really snug, sometimes it's the hand doesn't have any kind of squish. If that makes sense. So I'm really being gentle with the beater bar, which is a little tricky to do because the beater bar has got some weight to it. You know how this goes, right? You guys, a lot of you work on shafts. So let's see. So I'll do 4 just picks of plain weave. 1, 2. This is 3, and this is 4. And then I'll go back to my little kind of hiccupy section. It has a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Hiccupy section. I don't know. So this is 1 and 3. And this is my little variation, 3 and 4. Back to 1 and 3. And then other side. It's probably not that interesting just hearing me talk you through it, but I'm almost done. This is 1 and 2. And back to 2 and 4. Ta-da! Okay, here. I'll bring it in so you can see what we just did. So this is the, there we go. Tilting the camera. There we go. So we just did this little section from here to here. That was the whole thing. And what's fun is that you can then space this however you want. I could do more of this little feature. You just kind of play with that. My goal for the project and weaving it is to actually only use plain weave and basket weave or those kind of components. That's the goal, which I think is kind of fun. It's been very fun so far. So there's still, Dad came down the other day. He's like, how much you got left? I'm like, we still have a little bit to go. There'll still be more ukulele towels in your future, friends. Ooh, Gillian was like saying, I like the yellow, very cheerful. Thank you. Yo, yes. See, Kathy, yeah, the double lines. Hopefully that helped. You could see kind of how I put that together. I did make some progress. Brittany, thank you so much. Yes. Okay, friends. Aw, Sky. So nice to know we aren't alone in face of frustration. Yes. Doesn't necessarily remove the frustration, but it sure helps to remind us it's only temporary. We'll work it out and we'll do just fine. Sky, I love that. You're exactly right. We will be okay. Yeah, we'll be all right. Because we can lean on each other. If you're struggling, if you're having trouble, you just come on over to Live at the Loom. We got you. All right, friends, let's finish strong, shall we? This week on Acting Creative, what was I going to say? This is what happens. Total brain fart. Yeah. Here's what I meant to say. Take 2. This week on Handwoven Experience, it was a rerun week. Okay, these have been kind of fun, I got to say, because there's over 200 episodes of a Handwoven Experience. So there's a lot in the library, which is awesome. So I love the fact that I can go back and pick one out of the archive and be like, hey, do you remember this guy? Or if you're just recently joining us, to be like, if this will help you, this is a great episode. So this week's rerun was all about treadles and tie-ups. And I tied it right in. Oh, pardon me. I tied it right into the YouTube channel. We're getting ready to reorganize the Acting Creative YouTube channel. And what I mean by that is that that's a lot of episodes. So we're going to try to break it into more and better labeled playlists. That's the whole idea. So if you have suggestions, ideas, things you'd love to see on the YouTube channel, please jump in and let me know your thoughts, because I'm always curious to hear your 2 cents. All right, Acting Creative Insiders, like I said, tomorrow is a brand new month, which is crazy. It is wild, but there's all kinds of great things happening there. There's multiple different tiers you can choose from depending on what what kind of perks you're interested in. So feel free to go check it out if you're not already a part of the membership. We would love, 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 love to have you. Don't forget our Online Weavers Guild. The meeting is always on the 3rd Thursday of the month. And this month we're talking about, I believe it's tailoring your project to your loom. I think that is the topic. I will confirm, but I believe that is the one. Also, as Sam always loves to remind me, which I love her for it, is that we have the Acting Creative Community Facebook group. So you are welcome to go over there and hang out with, 500 plus of your close weaving friends. That is the plan. It's such a vibrant group. So if you do Facebook, you are welcome to join us there. What else? What else do we have here? Oh, don't forget this little guy. If you're not already receiving the weekly love notes every Wednesday, I send you a little email just to say hi. Here's a story from me that ties into some interesting free resources that you might enjoy. I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you've got the stuff at your fingertips and you are enjoying all the things available to you. Yes. Yeah. Connie says we have Acting Creative Community to help us over tough times. Absolutely. That's exactly right. All right, friends. Look at us. Can you believe 5 years? It's been amazing. And I cannot thank you enough for jumping in and hanging with me, even when we don't really know what we're doing. That requires some kind of trust. And I feel very humbled that you spend your time with me each week on Thursday. So cheers. Yeah. Cheers to many, many more years of Live at the Loom. May we all become better weavers and better people because of it. Amen. There we go. I'll see you right back here next Thursday, friends. And let's see, what are we talking about next Thursday? They'll probably still be ukulele towels. Act surprised. They'll still be ukulele towels. But we will gather and enjoy each other's company and talk about weaving stuff while we're at it. That's the plan. Have a fabulous week. You know what your homework is. Do something creative just for you. Just for you, friends. And happy weaving.